Hate has no home in the city of Portland. Violence has no home in Portland.
You fucking loser! Fucking trying to run people over!
Anyone intending to intimidate, to create fear, to commit any act of violence or spread hate is not going to be welcomed here. And any acts of violence or criminal destruction will be viewed as criminal activity, and people will be held accountable.
And some rioters in Portland have been released and rearrested more than once. One man, after being released, was arrested again for allegedly murdering 2 people earlier in the year. This comes nearly a month after Portland's district attorney's office announced that some charges related to protests would be presumptively declined. NTD's Melina Weiskup has more on that.
The U.S. Attorney for Oregon just charged this man for civil disorder and assaulting an officer. That's after Portland officers already arrested him 4 separate times for rioting and interfering with an officer. Court documents obtained by our sister media, the Epoch Times, show that Donnelly was seen smashing a window at Portland Police's East Precinct on August 5th, and the district attorney did indict him for that. 3 days later, he was arrested again after police saw him throwing frozen eggs at officers. But he was released, only to be arrested 2 more times. According to the district attorney's office, these 3 other cases need further investigation. And this man was arrested during a protest, then released. Now he's been arrested again for allegedly stabbing 2 people to death earlier in the year. The district attorney office tells us that prosecutors did not make a charging decision at the time of Nielsen's first arrest because they wanted to be sure that they had all the police reports and evidence before charging him.
For this Saturday to remain a peaceful day, which is what all of us want.
And community members. I mean, that's just pretty appalling.
Why
and I
Portland?
think what we've learned over the last 2 years in these protests is that we have to be very strategic. There's always a mixed message about should you show up at protests? And I remind people, if we didn't show up at protests to push back against white nationalist and white supremacist activity, I would not be a Portland City Commissioner today. If we just assume that the laws are the laws and there's nothing we can do, we would not have had the social justice movements that we've had over the time in this country.